There's my audience. All right. Okay, thank y'all for coming. Today we're going to learn about caffeine and the effects it has on your body. If you're anything like me, you might like to sit back on a hot summer day and enjoy a cold soda. Or when you're running on about 4 hours of sleep, you might reach for that cup of coffee. Have you ever wondered the effects that caffeine might have on your body? Well, I have. Your body's health is crucial to your quality of life. I would say the majority of you want to feel good and have energy throughout your day, and turning to caffeine when you're running on little to no sleep or just need a pick-me-up, this is an easy fix. In the fast-paced world we live in, easy fixes are what we're all about. I'll be the first to admit I probably drink about 4 vanilla Dr. Peppers a week. While I know this isn't a super healthy habit, it's just one I've formed over the years, knowing that once I try to kick the habit, I will have to suffer through with the withdrawal headaches, and I've always wondered why lack of caffeine has affected me in such a negative way. Today we will review some facts you may not know about caffeine. What exactly is it doing to our bodies? I've also Googled around to see what some doctors think on the subject. First, let's talk about caffeine and the effects it has on the body. Caffeine, as you may know, comes from coffee beans and tea leaves. According to the U.S. Drug Administration, about 90% of the world's population ingests some form of caffeine. About 80% of us intake caffeine every day. With that being said, it's pretty clear the vast majority of us are partaking in caffeine consumption. But what is it doing to our central nervous system? Caffeine reaches our brains quickly and acts as a central nervous system stimulant, creating sensations of alertness. Naturally, because of this side effect, caffeine can be found in medications for treating drowsiness. Referring back to my headache statement earlier, caffeine and headaches have a complicated relationship. Too much caffeine can give you a headache. However, your body does develop a tolerance. If you normally consume caffeine and you suddenly stop, it can cause a headache. Other symptoms besides a headache from lack of caffeine include anxiety and irritability. Caffeine is not only found in tea, coffee, and sodas, it is also found in many of the over-counter drugs and the food that we eat. If you are not like the vast majority of the population that consumes caffeine regularly, and you feel a cold coming on, you might want to check your labels of the medicine that you choose to make sure there is no caffeine. You would not want the pesky side effects of caffeine on top of feeling sick. Now let's take a look at the digestive and excretory system. Caffeine raises the amount of acid in your stomach, which could cause heartburn and nausea. Caffeine also acts as a diuretic. Your body is causing your body to act in a way of ridding itself of water, also known as frequent urination. Since our bodies are made up of mostly water, caffeine is really not a great way to quench your thirst. Lastly, what does caffeine do to our circulatory and respiratory systems? Caffeine can make your blood sugar go up for a short period of time. However, there's been no supporting facts showing long-term effects on your blood pressure. But note to those that have an irregular heartbeat, consuming caffeine can cause your heart to work harder. Now, with all that being said, caffeine definitely has an effect on the body. After everything I've told you, you're probably thinking, I'm going to throw out all my caffeine products, I'm going to stop drinking caffeine, and that's it. But that might not be the case. I have done some Googling, and I have found that some doctors actually think that caffeine can help. Dr. Hendred states, studies have shown that coffee may have health benefits, including protection against Parkinson's disease, type 2 diabetes, and liver disease, including liver cancer. It also appears to be improved cognitive function and decreased risk of depression. Dr. Hendred goes on to say his research found mild cholesterol elevations and increased heart disease risk in people that metabolize caffeine slower. Being a bit conflicted in his research, everything in moderation seems to be his motto. Lastly, Dr. Joel Furman believes While 1 cup of coffee might not hurt you, the many cup of coffees that one might consume in a day just might. Caffeine is known to contribute to heart disease by raising blood pressure and cholesterol. Dr. Furman went on to express his concern that caffeine provides a false sense of alertness and can also mess with your sleep at night. You might not sleep as soundly. From those facts alone, Dr. Furman believes you might want to stick to 1 cup of joe a day or just kick the habit altogether. Overall, caffeine definitely does have a short-term effect on the body. Years of research has been done on caffeine consumption, and there seems to be a hung jury on whether or not it will affect your body in the long run. Will you continue to consume your caffeine beverages? Thank you for listening and have a great day.